My friend, the most exciting entertainer today on the horizon, one of the greats in the pantheon of tremendous talent is, of course, Mr. Katt Williams. And you see, Mr. Williams, Katt, KW, as I call him, claimed that comedian Earthquake was illiterate. Yes. Quote, personally speaking, me and him was cool, so I don't know where that came from. Thus, from Nathaniel Stroman, a.k.a. Earthquake. He's responded to the particular claims that Mr. Williams made during his viral moments on Club Shay Shay with a man whose own literacy I think is in a certain degree of suspicion as Mr. Shannon Sharp, but that's for someone else to discuss. During a tete-a-tete, if you will, a sit down with the Breakfast Club, Mr. Earthquake indicated that, to his knowledge, he and Mr. Williams, Mr. Katt Williams, were on good terms. They were amicable, friendly, at the time of the interview, and leaving him rather confused as to why he would make such an insulting comment as to his literacy limitations. Quote, personally speaking, this is Mr. Earthquake, personally speaking, me and him was cool. So I don't know where that came from. Certain things he said about me, half was true, half was a lie, but to each his own. But which one was true, Mr. Earthquake? Which one was the lie? Which one was the moiety, was mendacity? And what if it was true, was verity? Mendacity versus verity. This is a quote. Listen to this. Does this sound illiterate to you? Quote, this is Mr. Earthquake. Quote, I don't even get into that part of it because, see, I'm the type of person where if I have a problem with you, Charlemagne, I'ma call you. We're either gonna talk it out, we're gonna duke it out, but we're gonna handle it man to man. I don't talk behind people's backs, and that's what social media is. If you go onto a platform and talk about a person without you addressing them yourself when you have opportunities to get in contact with them and let it be known. And I think the point's well taken. Point is well taken. He then blatantly, absolutely, most affirmatively denied the claim that he could not read. He denied absolutely any claims that he was, dare I say, sans the ability to read, that he was illiterate. In fact, he cited this as his own radio experience. Because he said, as you know, quote, first of all, it's a lie. I used to do radio on WBLS in New York. Everybody in radio wants to be like y'all and be syndicated. But if you're not syndicated and you're just one goddamned station, the only way you get some money is live reads. He added that he was a member of the Upward Bound, an educational program that allows for high school students to take and avail themselves of college preparatory classes and the like. This would obviously require him to have at least a proficient grasp, a grasp of language. Now, as you know, Mr. Williams spoke to Shannon Sharpe on the now infamous and famous Club Shay Shay Club show, whatever, this interesting confabulation, this convocation, this coven of comedy, as it were. And he said, quote, "Why earthquake not in movies?" Notice the colloquialism that Mr. Williams uses so deftly. Quote, "Why earthquake not in movies? 'Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and then put the cards in front of him." Mr. Katt went on. He did append his statement where that earthquake has likely never been booed. I don't think he's ever given a bad performance in his life. So with one hand he giveth, one taketh away. As you know, Mr. Williams took a number of shots at homonyms at Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Blackson, and several others et alia during his various stand-ups and doing during this 3-hour now famous and infamous piece. Mr. Williams speaks to a constituency, the likes of which I respectfully submit to you that has not been reached before. He speaks with a veracity. He speaks with a pellucidity, a limpidity that allows a laser-like focus on his targeted audience. He's a man of exquisite purview. His ken, the ambit of which he speaks, is without peer. I would go so far as to say that if Donald Trump were to take my advice, out of all of the individuals that he could pick as his number 2, it would be Mr. Katt Williams. What do you think? Do you think that Mr. Williams is being maligned himself, or is what he has said, are his accusations, if you will, his averments, are they based on an implicit good faith and merely within the purview of a very talented man making a very cogent and observant review, as it were? Please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me. Please lend your expertise. What do you think of this? What do you think? Who is right? For whom would you vote? Mr. Earthquake or Mr. Williams? Comment as you see fit.